Good morning, friends and family of YouTube. It's Travis again, and today I'm going to be hiking up to Maddron Bald Trail. Actually, I'm only going to go up to the Albright Grove Loop. It's about 6.7 miles round trip. If you go all the way up to Maddron Bald, that's closer to about 13.5 miles, so I'm not really ready for that today, so I'm just going to do the loop and then come back down. But before we get started, let me give you some directions on how to get here, and those are coming up right now. If you're driving from the Maryville-Alcoa area, you'll turn left on Tuckaleechee Pike. It's about a 12-mile drive, and then you're going to bear right onto Highway 411. You'll drive 12 miles and go through several red lights, and then you're going to make a right on Old Tennessee 35 North. Stop sign, you will continue straight. Alright, so it's about another 11.5 miles to get to this point, and then you'll want to make a left on Highway 321 North. So after about another 10 miles, you're going to make a right on Baxter Road. Alright, so you're going to drive about 0.3 miles through a residential area, and then you'll see this sign here for Maddron Bald Trailhead. Make a right, go down through here. Alright, so that's where we came in, and there is not a ton of parking here. Just to let you know, maybe enough for about 3 vehicles. Probably a couple here on this side, and then maybe one over here. And you cannot block the road entrance here. And as you notice, I'm driving my father-in-law's Jeep Liberty today because I was worried the old Mazda truck wouldn't make it this far. Because it was about an 1.5-hour drive to get here, so a little longer than I'm normally used to driving. But anyway, just to let you know, this is what the trailhead looks like. All right, welcome back. Again, I said I'm going to go up to the Maddron Bald Trail, and hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, and just go up to the Albright Grove Loop. It circles around, and then you can come right back down here. This one is a little out of my neck of the woods. My wife actually found this one and recommended it to me. I think she just wanted me out of the house because I've been off for a few days for Christmas, and I think she was like, hey, go with this one, you know. It's in Nova Scotia, so go try that one out. But anyway, we're going to try this trail. I did not bring the gimbal today. I'm going to go back to the normal chest mount, and so hopefully the digital video stabilization on the GoPro will be enough. The gimbal, I've just found it seems to take up some extra weight in the backpack, and I was trying to make it a little lighter today. So anyway, I'll switch this over to the chest mount and we will get started. Well, one good thing about this trail is, at least in the beginning, it's basically a gravel road, so pretty wide and flat, not too hard to maneuver. Has been kind of a steady incline so far, which I would expect, so, but not too bad. I just don't know if this goes through the whole trail or just up to a certain section, but we will find out. So I did zero research on this trail other than the distance of how long it was going to be, the 6.7 that I mentioned. But I'm less than a mile in, and look at this. Willis Baxter Cabin, built about 1889. Had no idea it had a cabin on it. Let's go in here and check it out. Definitely dark. I'll try to get the flashlight out here in just a second so we can see a little bit better. But anyway, man, who knew? Sounds like there might be a little stream back here somewhere. Yep. Sounds like there's a bigger stream on the other side, because that's just a little tiny one, but I hear water. Let's walk over here and see. Oh yeah. I mean, if you're gonna have a cabin out in the woods, you gotta be near some running water. Look at that. I mean, the cabin's just right there. So let's go back over here and let me get the flashlight out and we'll check it out. All right, let's try this again with the flashlight. No idea how well this is gonna show up. But not much to it. But still a pretty neat place. Especially since I had no idea that this cabin was even here. Alright, let's go here and look around outside for a second. So there's the back side of the cabin. Here you can see the stone fireplace. And there's been some work done here recently. They've been moving some gravel around, and my guess is this probably with some of the heavy rains, it's washed out quite a bit. But anyway, I mean, we've just gotten started. And we've already had this awesome spot. So, all right, let's keep moving. So that's the trail that we came in on. You can see the cabin's right here, so you can't miss it. It is kind of a muddy mess right now, but anyway, we'll continue on the main part of the trail and see what else is on here. So the creek that we saw earlier down at the cabin, you do cross over it. So there's a shot of the downstream and the upstream. Pretty awesome little sight, but you can tell already at this point the trail is much wider, and then it looks like it starts to narrow here, but also has more gravel on it, so hopefully it won't be a muddy mess like we've had to battle so far. All right, so just right up here from that creek crossing, I happen to see this over to the right. Looks like an old stone wall. I don't know why I'm fascinated by these, but I think they're cool to see. The fact that they've been here for quite a while. This one, you can tell it's got all the moss grown on it. But let's look at this side here. So it goes for a ways. Anyway, pretty cool. I always like seeing these, so hopefully you do too, but didn't want to miss out on that while we had the opportunity. Like I said, I don't know what's on this trail, so we're all finding out together. So the trail so far does follow this creek. I don't know how long that'll last, but I just happened to look over here to the right, saw this path. I don't have any idea if there's anything up here or not, but go up here and check it out. Well, unless I'm missing something, I don't really see anything. However, it may go farther back through there. I'm not going to venture too far off because I really don't know what's around. But anyway, that was a bust. But I still wanted to at least check it out. I'm not sure if you can see it from this distance. I'll get down here a little closer, but another stone wall runs right here next to the creek. So definitely some activity back here in the day. I really don't know who lived back here or where, other than that one little cabin that we saw. But we'll continue on, see what else is on this trail. All right, here's another little trail that breaks off to the right. Let's go see if there's anything up here. Hey, look, it's a whole lot of nothing. Oh well, still got to check it out. Never know, we may be surprised one of these days. All right, back down here to the main trail. All right, so we're coming up to an intersection. Maddron Bald Trail. So the Albright Grove Trail, we still want to continue straight to get to that. Campsite 29. And then Snake Den Ridge Trail. Man, that sounds fascinating. Old Settlers Trail. So Campsite 33, that direction, 9.2 miles. Greenbrier Cove, 15.9. Definitely not going there. Let's see what this one says. I know I got to go straight. I looked at the all trails already. So this is Gabe's Mountain Trail, Cosby Campground, 6.6 miles that way. So wow, there's a lot of different trails right here that I didn't realize. But anyway, we are going to continue on straight and see what this looks like up ahead. So this trail does level out a little bit at times, so it gives you the opportunity to catch your breath. So I've enjoyed that. It hasn't been an incline the entire way, but anyway, we still got a little ways to go. This must have been an old logging road at one time, because I've seen a ton of these rock walls. I hadn't filmed them all because there've been so many of them, but as you can see right down through here, rock wall along the creek here. There's a rock wall up here. Looks like they might have used to dam that off a little bit. And there's been a ton of piles of stones over to the right. Like I said, I haven't shown all of them to you because one, they probably bore you to death, but two, been quite a few of them. So at some point this must have been a logging trail, and they had to clear it off and move the rocks, and then they were just using them to make the walls and piling them up as they went up through here. But anyway, I thought that was pretty interesting. Well, this is the first downed tree that I've come across on this trail. It's about 2.5 miles in, and they have sawed off most of the branches, so at least you can navigate around it, but the main tree is still blocking your path. Holy cow, look at the size of this tree. How in the world did they saw through this monstrosity and then saw through those smaller trees earlier? And that's a massive tree. Where's my hand compared to how big that tree is? All right, well, glad I didn't have to climb over that, because that would have been painful. Looks like the trunk of it there. Woo! Yeah, that would have been a challenge. Well, here's a little stream to cross. Not much of one, but definitely breaks up the trail just a little bit. All right, well, this place is covered with ferns and lots of fallen trees, and as you can see, some big rocks here covered in moss. Kind of an awesome sight, actually. It's just weird how you can go from one environment to another on the same trail. But I promise you, we are getting close to the loop up here, so we'll be there shortly. Oh, would you look at this? Oh, I could hear the water from a distance, but I didn't know what I was going to be running into. And it's one of these wooden bridges. Absolutely love these. I don't know why, but I really do. Look at this. There's a view downstream. And there's upstream. That is just absolutely incredible. Man, that made my day. Regardless of what is left on the hike, that right there absolutely made my day. Love it. So just about a 2-minute walk from the wooden bridge back there. You're gonna come up to this intersection. So Albright Grove Loop Trail, 0.7, and then that Snake Den Ridge Trail, 4.3. Campsite 29 is that way, and then Gabe's Mountain Trail, I guess that's where we just came from. But anyway, according to the All Trails map, you can go either way, but I'm gonna go up to the right and circle back around, and then we'll come back down to this point. All right, so not much to see, but it does say the Albright Loop either direction, so we'll continue on around to the right. Okay, so here is the intersection where, if we continue on with the Albright Grove Loop Trail, we want to go down this direction. This is where you would actually go if you were going to continue on up to the Maddron Bald Trail to the very end. Campsite 29, which is another 2.5 miles. And then that Snake Den Ridge Trail, which still sounds absolutely awesome, unless it's actually named because there's a bunch of snakes up there. There's a snake den. But anyway, one of these days I may have to check that out. But that's 4 miles that way. So unfortunately, I am not going to go that direction. I just don't have it in me today. So we'll finish off the loop here and call it a day. All right, so that was Maddron Bald up to Albright Loop. 6.7 miles, takes about 3.5 hours. Not too bad of a trail. I will say it was a little difficult for me to get here. It's about 1.5 hours from where I live. But if you're in the Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg area, definitely much closer. I probably wouldn't recommend going up and do the loop. There really wasn't much to see, but definitely hike up to see the cabin. That's, you know, less than a mile in. And then definitely recommend coming all the way up here to the wooden bridge and seeing the water. So that was a pretty amazing sight. So the trail was pretty secluded. I'm filming down a little farther from where the loop connected up there. I did meet 3 other hikers there together, so I didn't want to film for their privacy. But so I'm down here close to where the bridge is again, you know, to finish my video. But again, I thought it was an excellent hike. Probably not going to see many people on this one, if that's what you like, one that's more secluded. But having the cabin and the wooden bridge, to me, made this well worth it. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button. I'd also go ahead and ask that you hit the subscribe button. Doesn't cost anything. It'll just give you a notification the next time I publish another video. But as usual, until next time, just keep walking.